If Mr. Trump is defeated, I'm hopeful that the takeaway will be that socialism was not such a dirty word anymore.
Wherever true socialism or communism has been adopted, it has delivered anguish and devastation and failure.
I think it's an interesting question. I am a socialist.
And you got to have a social welfare state.
So why would you say no borders?
Well, I mean, again, no, you got a variety of voices in the Democratic Socialists of America.
But that word, the Democrats seem to get a plan to fight this slander of socialism. You're going to be living in Venezuela. I don't see it yet.
We have to say yes to socialism, to the word and everything. We have to stop apologizing.
Elizabeth Warren, running for Senate in Massachusetts, got some attention with this quote, and I'd just like to read it to you, and you tell me why she's wrong.
Let's get these corporations to charter federally, the ones that have more than $1 billion of sales every year.
She says there's nobody in this country who got rich on their own. Nobody, she says. You built a factory out there, good for you.
If you got a business, you didn't build that. Somebody else made that happen.
But I want to be clear, you moved your goods to market on roads the rest of us paid for.
Because she's a socialist. She wants the government to do all this.
The new legislation called the Accountable Capitalism Act would constitute the largest seizure of private property in human history.
Hitler changes the party's name, associating the terms national and socialism. His goal is to create a wider appeal and to show his anti-capitalist stance.
I mean, I read it in Hitler's own words. The Nazi party means National Socialist Workers' Party. I mean, my God.
Older Americans hear socialism and they tie it to sort of ugly governments from Europe in the past.
Yeah.
How do you sell this?
And nobody in the media seems to care that what AOC is supporting or what Bernie is supporting is Stalin and Mao and Pol Pot and all these terrible ideas, and they get away with it because they aren't challenged.
The label socialism.
For me, democratic socialism.
What democratic socialism means to me.
The period from 1949, when the People's Republic was founded, to 1978 is regarded as the socialist construction period.
I read Mein Kampf. I read Order of the Death's Head. I read Shearer's Rise and Fall of the Third Reich. I read it from both sides, and Hitler called himself a socialist. He believed in it and then called himself a fascist. And you explain that in the film. That just means socialism, but using the power of the corporations to basically empower it.
Now, the strategy for this phase calls for the gradual transition of our government into a communist regime, done peacefully and legally, but under the banner of socialism.
And scares about socialized medicine.
To connect the progressive vision of healthcare for all,
Obamacare has broken our healthcare system. It's broken. It's collapsing. It's gone.
I used to just call up whoever I wanted and get rates, and no, it's all gone now. Thanks a lot for screwing everyone over.
Lack of transparency is a huge political advantage. And basically, call it the stupidity of the American voter or whatever. But basically, that was really, really critical to getting the thing to pass.
And then Gruber sits there and laughs and says how dumb we are and how it is a big screw job. Ha, 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 ha. And you people stick stickers on your car about what a great deal it is.
Basically no borders, and they say at one point no USA at all. This is not a fringe position anymore within the Democrat Party.
That's why I believe if we are fortunate enough to win back the House and/or the Senate, that's when civility can start again.
She's the one in Obama that caused the violence. They hired people, they paid them $1,500, and they're on tape saying, be violent, cause fights, do bad things.
This guy goes into Hillary Clinton's camp and spends 1 year behind the scenes and gets a lot of things on tape that the folks who work for Hillary have no idea he's recording.
I'm not suggesting we wait around. We need to start this shit right away.
In the lines at Trump rallies, we're starting anarchy here.
I have just been informed that the alleged shooter at the Republican baseball practice this morning is someone who apparently volunteered on my presidential campaign.
As early as 1928, the communists declared that the racial differences among our people constituted the weakest and most vulnerable point in our social fabric.
Fans of Angela Davis and some brothers and sisters don't understand your concept of communism.
The reason I am a communist is because I feel that only through a total revolution, which is going to overthrow the capitalist control of the economy.
The enemy that we have, it is not each other. It's Marxist, liberal, Democrats who use my race to get power.
That's right, there's video. BLM founder says we are trained Marxists and we are carrying out a Maoist revolution.
We are trained Marxists. We are super versed on sort of ideological theories.
Black Lives Matter is a Marxist organization run by 3 avowed Marxists. Go check.
This left-wing cultural revolution is designed to overthrow the American Revolution.